How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. My name is FaZe Crypto. Today is August 2nd, 2019, and the Bitcoin train is leaving the station, 10,768. And for those of you who follow me on Twitter, you'll remember back when I was tweeting about the $3,000 Bitcoin and giving people the warning that, prices don't stay low on good things for too long. And what do you know? It's getting harder and harder for the average everyday Joe with the water cooler to acquire a full BTC. And let me tell you something, I'm making this video in honor of one of my favorite altcoins, now an up and coming, basically baby Bitcoin in the making, which is Cardano. And I think that this is sort of a timely usage of this opportunity to make this video, of course, because the altcoin sale isn't going to last very long if Bitcoin continues on this upward trend, which I see very good reason why Bitcoin could continue to go in this direction. In a large sense, I think that the value of Bitcoin being as low as it was up to and including a year ago, 9 months ago, I think a lot of that was due to BitConnect, the old meme. A lot of the faith in cryptocurrency sort of coming off of the all-time highs of Bitcoin, the deflation of that sort of cryptocurrency bubble, if you want to call it that, the overinflated sort of market of 2017 has a lot to give to the way that the internet was, but of course Bitcoin survived that. Now of course the faith in blockchain technology has sort of come back full swing, and now we could start to evaluate these technologies for what they're worth. And I think that it's perfect opportunity for us to use this as a jumping off point to discuss, like I said, the sort of baby Bitcoins, and of course I'd put Cardano on that list of cryptos that are on sale very much right now. I mean, at Cardano's all-time highs, we were seeing it as over $1, and now of course you could pick up for 5 cents what people were spending $1 on, and are probably holding some pretty heavy bags. And unless you want to be holding some heavy bags yourself, of course once we see the next up and then downtrend of the crypto season, it's also something very interesting to take into consideration. The momentum that we've been seeing. Bitcoin dominance now at 66.3%, and of course very interesting to see. And I think altcoin season is very justifiably around the corner. Of course, it's been interesting to see that the altcoins haven't really responded yet to the upward tick in the Bitcoin price very much. I mean, of course there has been a couple cryptos, like Litecoin, having 2-3x, and of course a few of the others, but at the same time, a lot of the vast majority of the cryptos are still where the prices were. Like Neo getting hit really hard. I mean, this was $100 something at the top of its prime, and much the same story when you want to go down the list. And it is very interesting to see the altcoin response to the Bitcoin move. But I'd say once we see $11,000 Bitcoin, a $12,000 Bitcoin, we continue to move up those rankings. And of course, when we hit another all-time high for Bitcoin, this altcoin season, this opportunity, it's really the train's going to leave the station quicker than you could say butter in that same sentence. And of course, so talking about Cardano, talking about the just reasonably where we could actually see these technologies headed, in a long time frame. I think that Cardano really is an interesting look into what the future of these technologies is going to look like after mass adoption has begun to take more of its beginning phases. And the Cardano decentralized public blockchain and cryptocurrency project, and is fully open source. This is big news. I don't know how many of you out there have been sleeping on Cardano, because I know that the fan base of this channel is pretty woke when it comes to a lot of these hidden gems in the cryptocurrency space, and I know many of you are very big fans of the Cardano project, as is a lot of the case when I speak with many of you. But I mean, I think that it's important just to look at how these different things are going to be playing an essential role, and to do that, we look at Bitcoin, which of course stands as really the exception to the rule, the digital gold sort of exemption, where every other crypto after Bitcoin sort of has to bring some level of innovation to the space, which we see like Ethereum with their smart contracts giving us sort of that first glimpse into the future, and they were early to the game, which I'd say is why Ethereum has earned its place in the number 2 spot, just because they've had so much built upon them. And then of course XRP is sort of the bankster sort of crap, but I mean, still at the same time rightfully in its position in the number 3 spot. I'm not going to knock XRP when we want to talk about the future of this space. Any crypto on here that has the opportunity to make me money is my friend. Then of course we've got sort of the Litecoin, quicker transaction speeds, really improving upon the model of Bitcoin would sort of stand as like a store of value, whereas Litecoin sort of fills in that spot when we want to talk about overcoming a lot of those issues that people face with transaction fees, and has really filled that sort of spot in that same respect. But moving right along the line, I mean, I think that when we want to talk about Cardano, definitely is a very interesting look into the future of how we could actually be seeing a huge part of the future of businesses, the future of so many other elements of society that will able to have that potential to actually build upon the foundation that Cardano has basically been able to lay out for itself. Separation of accounting and computation into different layers. I mean, these are huge innovations in the cryptocurrency space, and when we want to talk about the academic credentials that Cardano is already checked off for itself, I mean, the list goes on and on. Of course, and scientifically, I think Cardano is one of the most impressive cryptocurrencies to date, as far as we've been looking at these different things. So, I mean, just a few ideas to keep in mind, while we continue to go along on this journey. And, it is interesting to see, Bitcoin.com to launch an exchange. Bitcoin goes beyond 10K. U.S. stock market drops amid trade war fears. Did Trump trigger Bitcoin's latest gains? I don't think so. Roger Ver steps into chairman role as Bitcoin.com adds new CEO. So, I mean, right out of the gate, we've been seeing so many different things happening, so many innovations, a lot of big attention going in the cryptocurrency space now as we begin to see it becoming more mainstream. And now it's definitely exciting to see how a lot of these different aspects of the space have been making their mark. A little bit of technical analysis chart at its best right here. If you guys haven't seen this tweet, it's pretty hilarious. What is that? Some kind of crab, hermit crab with a crayon taped to its back, just doing a little bit of technical analysis, which is kind of funny. If you've seen some of these I mean, obviously I'm not knocking TA. I mean, I've got some TA videos of myself, but there are some pretty crappy technical analysis YouTube channels out there. I'm not going to name any names, but I think you could pretty much fill in that blank yourself. But yeah, it is interesting to see how Cardano is paving the way for a lot of these really important integral facets of the crypto space to really come in on the scene in a big way. It's going to be exciting to see how altcoin season follows in the footsteps of everything that Bitcoin has made possible, up to and including from this point moving forward. I think it'll be pretty exciting. Now, are we going to see a $9,000 Bitcoin in the future? I'm not saying that the days of seeing Bitcoin, at 9,000 or even below 10,000, I don't think that I think those days are still, we've got plenty of them ahead of us, but still it is nice to see a movement in the price. This recent run that we've seen is definitely, if anything, a renewal of confidence for a lot of people, which is, pretty good, as far as crypto is concerned. But hell, I mean, I'm still accumulating, let's get this crypto. But yeah. Anyways, now if you guys are interested in connecting with us, you could do so at our Twitter. That's at CryptoTuber on Twitter. Always interested in seeing the feedback that you guys got. Of course, all those different things. But yeah, all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this content. I am bullish on certain altcoins more than others, of course. So there's a lot of crap altcoins out there. So make sure that you're doing your research. But I think Cardano does stand, as a potential, blue chip crypto in the time to come. But all that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed this content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.